Bots in the batter's box. Steve, we talk about game. Turning situations. This is
question of that things can change completely right here.
sinker swung on, missed one. Now the Blue Jays with a loss last night. They really want to win here. Chance for them to set against the A. It takes off. Here's the delivery. Swings, lungs this one back up the middle, and it falls as Fielder comes home to score. And that second runner is on his way. Boy, I don't know, and that counts number one. The swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an O, you have to protect the play. Sometimes it's a defensive swing. It works out.
Odell is the batter. And he shot with the bases low.
Can really open up this game now with a big hit.
Pitcher wants this big hit more than anyone. And if you're spending time with Mom, show her you really care. Some quality time. Tune in Mother's Day. It's going to be Mike Tulowitzki and the Rockies. They find themselves at Dodger Stadium to take on the drops down the bunt. Hughes on the pickup. The slide, but he is cut down at the plate. All right, first run of the game. It comes here in the second. Toronto is out on top, 1-0. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League. Baseball, I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crawford. Hughes is batting. We'll get things started here in the home half of the second. 0-1 the count. Getting going here in the bottom of the second.
Well, Gary, this guy has an outstanding changeup. I mean, he makes his living by deceiving the hitter.
To right center. That should be it.
Let's take a chance here right now to see where the Athletics sit in the American League. First in stolen bases. The batting with runners in scoring position. And the batting average numbers just not where this club would like them to be right now. Not enough contact, not enough depth in the lineup and production with these guys swinging the bat. They're going to have to give him green light at first base. He has good speed.
There he goes towards second. Ball two. And he is safe, just beating that throw.
In a game of inches, the lead becomes critical. Nice lead off first base there, a good jump and nice speed allowed him to get in safely.
Inside with a changeup, 3-0.
Well, you get down 3-0 in the count. The pitcher in this situation has to throw strikes.
And he lays it down. He'll try to beat it out. And he's safe. He just beat that throw. Good offensive chance here.
Well, sometimes you just have to force the defense to make a play. You get the bunt down and see what happens. In this situation, worked out for the best.
Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
You know, you change the hitters and move the ball around, and you just cannot catch up to that high pitch. And they're just underneath that. They're getting a lot of fly ball outs.
Here's the pitch. Runs up to bunt that time, but he missed it. It's a strike. Got him ripped towards second. Over to second for one. And they get it. They turn 2. So no runs on one hit and nobody left on. And the Athletics coming up next. The order due to bat next. Doing gets a turn here. He blew out his last time up. Oh for 3 to this point. Runner on 2 outs. And here's the first one. This one hit, and a long foul ball down the left side. A swing, and he crunches this one. Deep right center field. He heads all the way back to the warning track and gets the out. So they can't get any across here in this half of the inning. Blue Jays 1. Oakland nothing. Hancock up now. How about our mound performance today, Steve?
You know, when he's throwing the ball down on the zone like this, these lefters have to stay behind the ball to drive it. They just don't seem able to do that. They keep swinging and hitting the top part of the ball.
He's going to get us started. 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That's off the plate away. 1-0. That one fouled off by Fielder. Swings at that 1-1 pitch. Fastball by him. Strike 2.
Well, boy, wouldn't you love him connect with that one to see how far that would go. Fastball hitter on fastball pitcher, but he came up empty.
Swing, and that's going to be hit behind the plate. Another foul ball, and Fielder keeps the at-bat going.
Well, he came inside there with that 1-2 pitch, had him set up to strike him out. Great piece of hitting. That defensive approach keeps him alive.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. And that's out number 1, stepping in the bag.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in ERA. 5th in hitting with runners in scoring position. They also show up in the top 5 in home runs in their league, showing that power is a major part of this club's offense, that ability to bang it over the wall.
And doing the pitching, we'll watch Ryan Cook. He's been brought in to take over for the Athletics. Mixing your pitch types. Key to performance like the one we're seeing today on the mound. Here's a look at what he's been doing.
Well, he's worked so hard at keeping hitters off balance, and the way you do that, you don't get stuck in the same repertoire.
Well, that's right, John. He's got a great assortment of pitches. He's using the ball, throwing any pitch at any time in the count, not overusing any pitch.
And we're going to get to see Eduardo Sanchez pitching as the Blue Jays bring in their reliever. Curveball got him on away.
Well, you like to see your pitcher strike guys out. You like to see him keep the pitch count down. He did both.
Big smile in the dugout over there. That's a domination in that effort by the pitcher. And to look at the hottest lineups around the league right now, State Farm leaderboard, highest batting average over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Twins. The A's second. Third, the Yankees. Fourth spot, Rangers. Number 5, the Royals rounded out.
The real deep
swing and a liner to right center. That one in the alley. This could be 2 or more.
You talk about a happy guy right there, and so is his manager. Getting there to second base, 2 outs to work with now for his offense. If his teammates can bring him in.
Doing is batting. Bounced into a fielder's choices last time, and it's fouled away. Slider locked him up. He's behind 0-2.
down, down, down. It's all about location. That breaking ball down in the zone makes it very difficult on the hitter.
The pitch. And a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
That's a pretty fat pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
And I think last pitch he faced, it didn't seem like he was ready for that fastball.
Yeah, he got some off-speed pitch the previous pitch, but you should be able to expect to get a bat on that heater, especially with 2 strikes.
Well, time to shine right here. Chance to be a hero, Gare.
Trying to get in here for 3 thus far.
We're going to have to keep close tabs on that runner at second base. The pitcher's going to have to.
And that swung on. That one's hit in Bautista. And he's there to retire the side. Save your arm. Do it by pitching only 8 spots in the batter's box. He'll start the ninth. The first pitch. Hit up the middle. He's going to try and test him here.
Well, just what he needed. He continues to swing a great bat. 3 hits from now in this ball game, and he's on with no outs.
Podell has a turn in the box. Grounded out his last time up. And Guerin settles in. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter.
They go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home.
Here's the 1-0. Goodwood hits it right back up through the pitcher. And he cannot come up with it. Here's a very close play. Just a second on this one.
Well, it became a race, ball against man, and the base runner beat it.
Shortstop's have tough arms. That one a little. Harris is batting. Drew a walk his last time. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. And here's the first one. And he tries to get one down. Picks it up. And he is safe at first. He's on board. They say bunting is a lost art. Steve, this is how you do it.
Well, it's in the right spot, and an element of surprise as well allows him to beat it out and beat the throw from the catcher.
Grave at the plate. And here's a chance maybe to put this thing out of reach.
Well, this at bat right here could pretty much decide this ball game.
Late in the game, key at bat. And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now.
Well, a great pitch and a
swing and a high drive to straightaway left field to the wall. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. That'll keep the Sox full.
Well, it's fair to say, Gary, they needed that out badly. Now we've got to come right back at them and get another one. They're down. They cannot give up more runs here this late in the game.
Line fair down the line and right. And it is through. Laurie brings him home. The runner from first is going to try it. And so they bring in two here. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the hitter on deck to get it announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen. Now, on a jam like this, one bad pitch is all it takes. Definitely a pressure situation.
And he's going to do battle here with only one away and two in scoring position.
You know, he's got to down deep right here, Gary. Down 3 runs already. A base hit could put it out of reach. He may think about walking him here to get the double play in order.
Now, Prince Fielder. And he'll be hacking right here, Steve, with the sack. Swung on. That is hit hard by Fielder. Off the wall on a hop. That's one. Here's Laurie going to try to score. That makes 2. Boy, this lineup, they are hot right now. The chances, they are productive.
Well, that big lead just got a little bit bigger, and I have to think this one's just about over.
It's going to be Perez now. And the offense here is putting on the show right now. They're in charge of this. Ball game.
But keep tacking on runs right here, extending the lead. That's a big hit now. They're cashing in, adding on to this lead.
I've got the engines running. This is pull away time. Slider misses badly with it. 1-0.
You know, Gary, those engines keep on running as well. They want to keep adding to this lead.
That swung on and flied to right. Down. Here comes the runner for the plate. Oh, he's out of there. Tagged out. That looked like he went run. They pick up 4. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crunk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. On the ground to second. Veras in time for the out. It's going to be Banks. He singled his last trip. Here's a curveball, swung on and missed. 0-1.
The batter was obviously looking for something else. You see how way out in front he was on that swing.
He's at 0-2. He watched that fastball that was in there.
Great stuff from the pitcher. Now he's ahead 0-2. He can go in so many different directions.
It's fouled away. On the ground to short. Guerin in time for the out. And it's Hunter batting. Struck out swinging last time. And he watches the outside pitch from Sanchez for a ball.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
Hunter fouls that one away. Swung on, hit on the ground, and that'll do it, everybody. That's out number 3. This ball game over.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. They're off.
We take a look at our player of the game, delivering, and you don't often get the bats going on the road quite like this. Pretty good offensive attack.
Well, when you're on the road, to have this kind of offense, it takes the hometown crowd out of the game. and really helps your chances.
And until next time, this is Gary Thorne, along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We'll catch you at the yard. Now here is Brett Laurie. A win in their last contest for the Jays. That was game one of the two-game set here against Tampa Bay. Oh, my, is he wild right now? That could be trouble. So they can't make the play.
Well, listen, it's all about advancing base runners in the game. You got to make plays defensively, but that error cost him, and it came out of his hand wrong, and the ball sailed on him.
Trying to bunt his way on board, misses. It's a strike. The power bats, they finally warmed up the latter third of that last outing, and they put the game away.
And that's a huge boost for this club. The fact that you can score runs late in the game and make things happen offensively.
Got him. Out number one here in the seventh inning. And you know he's looking ahead and feeling pretty good about it.
And with good reason. He hasn't given up a run yet, and he's got to be gaining confidence.
Bolden batting now. Not looking last time. Strike one. G gets him swinging.
A tremendous effort out on the mound in this one. We're deep into the ball game. I mean, we're getting close to the end of this one. They've only been able to get 4 hits against him, and he shut them down and kept them off the scoreboard.
That will bring up Prince Fielder. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter. Don't commit on the circle change, and it's 1-2.
He's a guy that's really struggling right now. It's just 5 hits in his last 36 at bats. Yeah, it's been a battle for him to hit since the early month of May. Just seemed to lose his stroke. He's got to get himself back on track a little bit. I think he needs to focus on going the other way and staying on the ball.
Here's a swing and a line drive. That's 2 gone. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Rays. Tonight's game, the last against Toronto. They'll take on the fellow AL East team, the Boston Red Sox. That'll be a 2-game home series. Then they cross bats with a National League team. Swing and a rocket toward short. Fine defensive play, Davis. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. So they can't figure anything out. And through 7, they remain without a run. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. And Hughes settles in. Steve, how about a look at what the pitchers got done?
Gary, letting his defense work behind him, pitching the contact and the contact down on the ground. They're making plays.
And the 8th inning starts with a strike.
I don't know about you, Gary, but when I look up the board under that H column, the hits column, I see a big goose egg there. So clearly we're getting into exciting territory right now.
Here's the delivery. Lays off the changeup. Good pitch, but it's 1-1. And he looks at a fastball in there, and it's 1-2 now.
A nice four-seamer right there. That one's clearly on the outside corner. He hit the spot.
Struck him out, and the countdown continues.
Now he's going to make some history here if he can keep pitching like he did right there, getting another strikeout. Well on his way to joining that list of pitchers who have thrown no-hitters.
It's going to be Ortiz. We have seen a great pitching performance on the mound and a tremendous use of that strike zone that's been on display here.
We've seen him move the ball around effectively in the strike zone. That unpredictability is keeping the hitters off balance.
And no doubt, Steve, he's got inside, outside, high and low. This is the kind of game he wanted to come and pitch today.
Got him. 2 down. 8th inning.
Oh, he is so locked in right now, Gary. His stuff just phenomenal. His focus, his concentration. He's executing his plan with perfection.
Davis into the batter's box. Called out on strikes in his last appearance. Put something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, that's an awfully big hack for such a slow off-speed pitch. Came up empty.
And Steve, you look at him grimacing in pain out there. Looks like it's the wrist. He may have to head to the trainer's room. Got a tie ball game here, so you got to be ready to react. So they've got both the righty and lefty throwing.
And I suspect the manager's going to use both of them to be able to handle the situations and matchups through the rest of the inning.
And he watches the outside pitch from Sanchez for a ball.
They tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
Fastball called. Strike 3, and the side is retired. They fail again in their quest for a hit. That's going to make it 8 no-hit innings. It's Colon at the plate. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
Well, you keep the ball down on the ground, you keep it in the ballpark, you get ground ball outs, and this lefty's been doing that all day.
And leading off the bottom of the 8th, it's 1-0. Fastball swung on, couldn't connect, 1-1. One pitch. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And Carroll's going to play it. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one.
A masterful performance out there today. They've not been able to get any sort of offense going. And I'll tell you what, he's going to make people notice this is an outstanding effort.
Bots in the batter's box. Struck out swinging last time. 0-1 count as that started off with a strike.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there. He got that slider in the strike zone. He got the hitter out in front to swing early.
Thought about dropping one down that time. Missed it. It's a strike. He'll start us out here in the last inning of regulation. Swung on, bounced weakly to second. Veras, one away. It's Hansik at the plate. Still without a hit yet in the game. He'll get another chance here. And he watches the outside pitch from Sanchez for a ball.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
2 away. Carroll at the plate. Drew a walk his last time. And Sanchez doesn't get that one in. That one's hit to the right, way down there, but that's going to be a long foul ball. And they've decided to make a defensive change.
You know, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing, so interesting move.
Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count. There's a swing, line drive, center field, and he's on. That's the go-ahead run.
You have 2 outs in the inning. Your job is to get on base any way you can. Now they have the go-ahead run on base.
And Geyer's in the box. He stands in now with 2 down, possible go-ahead at first.
Well, look for them to be very aggressive on the bases here, possibly an attempted steal. Well, this is what you want. You've got speed on first base, tie ball game. You have to do what you can to get him in scoring position. Let's see if they get him going.
And that gets through for a base hit. Carroll's heading for third. Take the risk, and sometimes it pays off, and it does there.
Well, I tell you what, it's a risk. There's no question about it. He got in safely, but I have to consider whether it's a risk worth taking.
scrimmage up at the plate, and he's looking to bring in that go-ahead run from third.
Now with 2 outs, the infield can play back, but it's still a dangerous situation with this hitter at the plate.
And very late in the game, Casey is called up. He'll be pitching. They've decided it was time to make a change here. Curveball just off the black, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch, a fastball, swung on and missed, 2-2.
Well, that pitch right there, he just blew it right by the hitter, swung late.
Missed inside with a fastball. The count runs full.
Well, you saw the catcher right there setting up inside, and the pitcher just missed off the plate. Still a pretty good pitch, though.
Throws to first, side is retired. They still can't push across anything. Looking more and more like the first team to score, and this one's going to win. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. And Veras is batting. And they're having it. A day like this guy is on the mound takes a lot of things to be going right for you. Here's a look at his strategy on mixing up his pitch types.
Well, there's no doubt about his command in this game today, doing a great job of alternating his pitch choices.
And you have to give some credit to the catcher as well. They're working together, effectively going through these hitters, knowing how they want to attack them.
Swing and a miss, gets away. He's heading for first. And the throw beats him. He is out at first.
Gary, as soon as the pitcher lets go of the ball, he knows what can happen in this situation. Is hoping his catcher can stop it and get the out in time. Great heads-up play.
There's a big two right there. Graves has the turn in the box. Grounded out his last time through. First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now.
Well, this offense has just been shut down in this one. I mean,
he swings. He hits this one deep into left field. On his way back at the wall. Goodbye, home run. A game-winning shot.
Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win on the shoulders of their pitchers.
All right, let's do it. Here's our player of the game.
When a lot of guys hit meaningless home runs that don't decide the game, have nothing to do with the outcome of the game, but not in this one. He had only that one hit, but that home run sealed the deal for his team. You can't find a more appropriate reason to be named the player of the game.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
Well, that time again. Thanks for being with us today, Major League Baseball. For Steve Phillips, John Kruk, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody. And Varus is batting. Only one batter gets walk more than he does in this lineup. Line drive fouled off towards first.
Well, great patience at the plate. He's the guy that always seems to find a way to get on base and be in the middle of this offense.
0-1 pitch, a fastball swung on and missed. 0-2.
Well, boy, wouldn't you have loved to seen him connect with that one to see how far that would go. Fastball hitter on fastball pitcher, but he came up empty.
In time for the out. Chance now to check the lineup, this time for the Blue Jays. In our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, with power numbers coming down in Major League Baseball, one guy that hasn't missed a beat is Jose Bautista, a late bloomer. His eye at the plate has improved dramatically, and with that being said, he's not chasing many bad pitches. He's getting strikes, and that's where he produces.
That will bring up Prince Fielder. He'll grab a bat and hit here. The pitch pops him up and way up there. This one goes to Moustakas. That's the second out. I will take a quick look at the Yankees and how they'll be fielding defensively.
Defensively, as a unit, they need to do all the basics. Make the routine plays. Don't allow them to get extra bases.
Graves is the batter. A win in their last contest for the Jays. So a positive couple of games as they took both of that two-game set against the Rays. He delivers. And another foul ball.
Foul ball!
He sends this one in the air towards center. And in there, the Blue Jays with a run.
Can you say self-defense? This pitch is coming way inside here.
You say watch your knuckles because that's where that pitch was.
Can you say base hit?
Yeah. Now 2 outs, a chance here for Brett Laurie. Now, Steve, they've got the edge right now. They're getting some big runs at an important part of the game. There's a swing and a ball hit well. Straight away, center field. And goodbye, home run. The production for the Jays goes on. A little distance now, increasing their lead 1-3.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
Hit in the air. That's a foul. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball. On the ground to second. Guerrera. He'll throw one to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. And if you're just tuning in, Rogers Center, that's where we are in ideal weather here in Toronto.
He's been putting on a clinic for the batter's box lately, going 8 for his last 17 at bats.
He has really been locked in for about the last week or so.
Line drive. That's foul towards first. Here's the pitch. And with 2 strikes on him, Jose Bautista will be looking just to put it in play. Steve, let's take a look at those numbers off the mound.
You got to love.
And he's running on the move for third. Popped up. Should be playable behind the plate. And at first, I was going to look playable, but nothing doing. It got away. Called out on strikes in his last appearance. Bautista, there's another foul ball. There's a swing and a ground ball. Bates. Good offensive chance here.
Nice two-strike approach by the hitter. A high pitch up in the zone, able to fight it off and make contact and put it in play.
It's going to be Perez now. Base hit his last time. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. That's one away. Quick moment here. Look at the teams who are doing the most yard work. Brought to you as always by State Farm. The Yankees, number 1. Second, the Mariners. In third, the Angels. Fourth, the Jays. And we've got the Rangers. They are 5th.
Two of the better home run hitting teams in baseball, so it's going to be critical to keep the ball down in the zone. The team that wins may be the one that keeps it in the ballpark.
There he goes towards second. Taps this one foul to the right. He's running. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning. And 2. How's that for getting out of the inning in style? They nailed the guy at the plate on a double play. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. It's Casanova at the plate. Steve, how about the arm today? How's he performing?
You know, Gary, location means everything, and he's going with a heater. He's not trying to fool him, but he's keeping the ball down, and he's getting him to do what he wants. It's pounded into the ground.
He's got the most home runs in the division. And the first pitch. Ball is swung on, hit a long way, going way back, still going back, and bye-bye. That's a 2-run homer. Now a 4-run ball game. They just doubled their lead on that one.
Gary, this offense has just been in control right here. Extending the lead, going to make it much more difficult to catch them later.
And he's really sweating this one out. Runners now occupy second and third, only one away.
Gary, he's got good stuff, though, and he's normally a pretty confident guy. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get out of this inning, still in the lead.
1-0 count. He took that last one, and it was out of the zone. There's a swing and a line drive. On to first. That's out number 2. And the run comes in.
Good team offense right there. Get them on, get them over, get them in. Doesn't have to be the long ball. Out can score runs.
Casanova up now. One of the best base stealers in the AL. Hit on the ground, up the middle. Veras throws on to first. Side is retired. So they score 3. Hoolan at the plate. He's going to lead off bottom half of the 6th inning. Dylan Betances is going to be doing the pitching. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. Line drive fouled off towards first. Flew out last time. And he starts him out. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. That's one down. The runner's tagging from first. And fans, there's more baseball coming this Friday. It's going to be Hunter Pence and the Philadelphia Phillies. They'll be hosting the Boston Red Sox. It's going to get underway at 7 Eastern. Now, Prince Fielder. Runner at first with one down. And the first pitch took something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, you talk about a big rip at such a slow pitch, comes up empty.
Ooh, really extended his arms that time, but 0-2. There he goes for second. And he gets that one down. His second hit, 2 for 4 today. Pitcher's count, hitter's pitch.
That's an 0-2 count, a little too aggressive on the pitcher's part coming into the strike zone. Good piece of hitting.
Graves has the turn in the wild. He homered back in the fifth. There's contact. He drove it well. 2 down. Here comes the runner for the plate. And a run comes home. Now here is Brett Laurie. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
Well, they were given.
Head up the middle. He grabs it. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So it's Jesus Montero to lead it off. He doubled and later scored in his last go-around. Casey is called up. He'll be pitching. He'll be relieving for the Blue Jays now.
This is where the manager earns his money. Let's see if this move pays off.
On the way. And it's 0-2. Jesus Montero now, and he'll lean in a little closer.
Clearly, you're getting very late here in the ball game, and the game's getting short, so you've got to look to play for a big inning. You're down by 2. See what you can do. Get an opportunity to take advantage. You don't know if you're going to get it done to the 9th. Try to get it done right here.
Able to set him down there. Chalk that one up as a strikeout for him. It's Dirks at the plate. He walked and later scored his last time through. Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
Now you're up by 2 runs here with 1 out, and obviously, this is where you want to try to just get another out, take away any hope they have, try to get back in the dugout, see if you can put on some more runs before they come back up again to try to expand the lead.
Curveball, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
The 2-2 pitch. Fastball got him, 2 down.
I'll tell you what, it's straight, but it's hard. 98 miles per hour.
A good job of coming in on his hands to make him miss there.
Great work done right there. He almost corkscrewed himself into the ground, John.
Well, he'll have to shorten his stroke or open up a little bit to be able to turn on a pitch like that.
Bates is up now. Drew a walk his last time. On the ground to short. Odell throws on to first in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits. Nobody across the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. Toronto's in charge here. Bullen is the batter now. He'll start things off. Bottom half, 8th inning. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air to center field. That's one away. And now the hottest hitters of late, on base percentage-wise, over the last 10 games, our State Farm leaderboard.
That's a lot of quality at-bats right there. You see the on-base percentage. These guys giving solid plate appearances, finding a way to get on base. You spoil a lot of pitchers' pitches that way. Take a walk or get a base hit. They're getting it done.
Here's the pitch. He sends this one in the air towards center. 2 away.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in ERA, 3rd in walks, and they also show up in the top 5 in batting average with runners in scoring position. A real tribute to their patience at the plate. It's about discipline and making the pitcher bring the ball over and then hitting in the clutch.
He doubled home a couple in his last at-bat.
Now they're trailing in this one despite the fact he's driven in 3 runs.
First pitch on the way. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Pitching-wise, you want to make them earn it, force them to get a base hit right here, force them to put it in play, throw strikes.
Looping curve, breaks outside, even at 1.
He went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Play is made.
Defensively, you got one out here in the ninth inning, and you want to make a play. Just get an out. You will trade a run for an out here with a 2-run lead.
Here's Romine. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Swinging a liner to left. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
Well, a lot of hitters like that ball middle in, but middle off the plate, that's a tough pitch to hit. It tells you just how strong this guy is to be able to fight that pitch off to get that hit.
It's Casanova at the plate. 0 for 3 to this point. The pitch. Sliders in there for a called strike.
Down, down, down. It's all about location. That breaking ball down in the zone makes it very difficult on the hitter.
Line drive left of the bag and foul. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. As he drops back for it and puts it away.
Well, I followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching. Well, it's moments like this that makes you just love.
And a fly ball could be the last out. This one to Bautista. And you just saw it, folks. That's going to be the last play of this game.
Toronto comes away with the win, Gary. They did what they needed to do to pull this one out and have to be feeling pretty good about the way they played today.
Come to that point where we take a look back and say, who made a difference? Who's our player of the game?
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world.
And Steve, that ought to send these. Here's Prince Fielder now with the RBI opportunity, and he'll be swinging with the bases loaded.
But Gary, they got a big opportunity now to take the lead in this situation.
Francis gets him to swing and miss for a strike. Last night, Blue Jays picked up the win, so a chance to do a little two-game sweep action here with the win against the Yankees.
Well, this ball club got off to such a great start in April, and look at what it's done for them.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball, 1-2. And at the top of the standings here in the month of May, that's where you want to be. Let everybody else chase you.
Oh, absolutely. But over the grind of a long season, some of these teams flame out. So they'll be hard-pressed to stay this hot over the long season.
It's Colon at the plate. He flew out his last time up towards center field. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. They give no runs on one hit, and they leave the side. Guile at the plate. And, you know, any great pitching coach will emphasize the importance of mixing up your pitch types. Let's see how this guy's been doing in that regard.
Look, guys, he has got to mix it up a little bit more than what he's done. So far, going just with that four-seamer, he's going to get in trouble.
And the thing that really strikes me is he's not using his best weapon in his arsenal. That's his two-seam fastball. It has great movement on it and deception, and he can get some big outs. I don't know why he's not using it.
Back up the middle. He dives and gets it. And he's out at first. What an out. Diving stop and a nice throw, too.
Well, he showed great range on that one. I didn't think he had any chance to get it, but able to get it and get on his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Tremendous job.
One away as Mike Moustakas gets in.
He's been off of his game right now. It's just 8 hits in his last 48. He has to do a much better job making contact. Too many strikeouts. They need production from him.
This one, to Bautista. No problem for him. That's an easy out. Be sure to tune in again this Saturday. We'll see Adrian Gonzalez and the Boston Red Sox as they'll be taking on the Phillies in Philadelphia. Game time is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific.
Okay, that's going to be a great matchup, and everybody's going to want to tune into that one. I'm looking forward to it.
And we've got Montero batting. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. Still a shot. And it's Jose Bautista in the box now. Steve, how well is that pitching performance standing up?
Well, you got to pitch to your strength, and he's a fly ball pitcher getting fly ball outs right here, Gary, and it's working for him today.
As he drops back and puts it away.
Well, this ball was well struck, but it stays in the ballpark, and the left fielder is able to range back and make the catch.
Bots in the batter's box. 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and lined up the middle. That one gets through for a base hit. He's trying for second.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. 3rd in home runs, 4th in batting average with runners in scoring position, and they find themselves in the top 10 in stolen bases.
Oh, there he goes for second. Oh, he has thrown it away, safe all around. There's the throw.
Here's another look at the steal. He gets to second base, sliding in hard.
And he didn't have much of a lead that time off first, but a really good jump.
Now, sometimes you tip off the pitcher with too big of a lead, so it worked in this situation.
Francis with the delivery. And this is bounced foul to the left side. Swing and a miss, gets away. He's heading for first. The throw down to first base, and they'll get the out.
That's a great play there by the catcher. When the pitcher throws one in the dirt like that, he's really hoping the catcher will block it, keep it in front, and be able to get the out at first.
A swing line to left center. That's down. The run's coming in. He's going to try and test him here. Well, you talk about making a beeline for the back, Steve. That's what he does here, and he does it with his head.
Well, it's a good piece of hitting. This guy's a dirt player. He's willing to go in head first and give everything he has, and just beats the throw.
Graves settling in. And some production being seen in this game early. They've got a chance now to extend the lead. First pitch to him. And he watches the outside pitch from Francis for a ball. Now, one of the keys to a successful day on the mound. Can you generate strikes? Swung on, liner to right. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. And the run is in. And, Steve, this one turns into a nice 1-run RBI.
You leave a pitch up in the zone like that, hitters are going to hammer it. That's what happened. Run scored, another runner on base.
And in the batter's box, it's Laurie. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show. He's running. Hit up the middle. And yet another hit there, seeing the ball well. The runner's coming around second on his way to third. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
He's tired. His pitches are starting to flatten out. 3 straight hits. What more do you need to see before you give him the hook?
Heiner batting now. Walked in his last plate appearance. Oh, my, is he wild right now? That could be trouble. And he takes off for second. He is in no man's land between. It's Dirks at the plate. He's our first batter here in the fifth. One of the best base stealers in the AL. 2 men on and 2 men out. And here's the first one. Line towards third and foul. Called strike on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
Now, Gary, one of the things I really like to watch about him is his speed, that ability to impact the game on the bases. You love to see him get on and then wonder if he's going to go.
Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. So, no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. No runs yet for the... Well, we won't consider it extreme weather, but it is very cold here. Field conditions are okay. Heiner in the batter's box. He trails his team's leader in RBIs right now. It rolls all the way to the wall. And he'll stop at third with a triple.
He's getting it done all season long, Gary, and a guy they're really looking to count on.
A lot of times when you think of a triple, you're thinking of runs batted in, 1 or possibly 2. But this time, he's the only guy in.
He swings and nails a liner. And that will bring a run in.
Well, with 1 run already across the board and nobody out, this has the potential of being a really big inning. Let's see if they can string some hits together.
And Steve, you look at him grimacing in pain out there. Looks like it's the wrist. He may have to head to the trainer's room. Boggs, they've got an injury substitution here.
Well, this is why you have a 25-man roster. You're going to have injuries, and guys have to step in and get the job done behind them.
It's Cologne at the plate. Well, they've definitely got a rhythm going right now. Each player feeding off. See if he's getting balls or strikes here. Let's take a look.
Well, what does an 0-1 count do for you?
There's contact. He drove it well. 2 men have been put away. The runner's tagging from first. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
Botts in the batter's box. Singleton scored his last time around. Now the first pitch. Fouled away. Swung on, line to right field. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. Runner around second. He's heading for third. Toronto, here's a position to get something done.
Well, a lot of hitters like that ball middle in, but middle off the plate, that's a tough pitch to hit. It tells you just how strong this guy is to be able to fight that pitch off to get that hit.
Odell has a turn in the box. Struck out swinging last time. Francis with the delivery. And he fouls off another one. And he'll be looking to pad the lead a bit here.
When you get these kinds of opportunities, you have to capitalize on it and swing the bat.
And the pitcher's really got to bear down now. And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now.
Well, this clearly can trouble a manager. I mean, he's walking a lot of guys, and they're putting the ball in play against him. I mean, sooner or later, this thing could explode against his club.
Struck him out. He gets out of this with just a little hurt. They pick up Perkins into the batter's box. Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
Well, this lineup is struggling because he's done such a good job of mixing it up location-wise, don't you think, Steve?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been difficult for the hitter.
Ground ball to short. Odell. And his throw gets him one away.
A lot of tough teams in the American League. Let's take a look at where the Yankees sit right now in the rankings. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. first in home runs, and this high-power offense. Number one in runs scored. That's really the name of the game. Bring them around and score the runs.
Guile is up now. They take notice when he comes to this stadium. Old memories run deep. Buchanan coming in to hurl. He'll be relieving for the Blue Jays now. Ball. Slider misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch. Didn't get the strike.
Swung on. Hit in the air to right center. That's 2 gone. Let's take a moment to check out the top hitting teams around the league. Our leaderboard comes to you courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Rangers. 2nd, the Yankees. The Red Sox 3rd. 4th, the Royals. And at number 5 on the list, the White Sox.
As a team, they are really swinging the bat. Everybody's contributing. The batting average among the best in the game, and they're seeming to find a way to score some runs.
And it goes foul. Foul ball! Here's the pitch. And that's another foul ball. And another foul ball. You're out. And Mike Moustakas swings and misses. That's strike 3. So they're shut down again. That's 6 shutout innings so far. Toronto not letting this lead go. Number 2 hole set to get things started. Graves is the batter. What a year for him. Top 5 in homers. Blevins will be the new pitcher. Swing and a rocket toward short. Over to first for out number 1. And in the batter's box, it's Laurie.
On the game last night, he took advantage of a mistake pitch and drove it out of the ballpark for a 2-run shot.
Hit on the ground. Bates. Out number 2. And we're going to see Boggs here. A swing and a foul off to the right side. He'll start the 9th. No luck that time for Sanchez as he misses inside.
Well, you saw the catcher right there setting up inside, and the pitcher just missed off the plate. Still a pretty good pitch, though.
Smashes that one towards the shortstop, and that's through a base hit.
Well, a great job right there by the first hitter in this inning to get on base. And, you know, a lot of big innings are started with that first guy getting on. And you have 1 or 2 big innings in a game, and that can be the...
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Over to second for 1. And they turn the double play. Guerrero has a turn in the 1. Last time up, blew out. Hit up the middle. Odell. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win.
Always like to recognize the player of the game, and we've got one today.
And he had everything working today in this game, keeping the hitters off balance.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it.